Now, it's a lot easier to critique someone else's beliefs than it is to risk sharing your own understanding of the mystery that envelops us. But I want us to be the courageous. I want us to be the risk takers, not the avoiders, not the debaters who are critiquing everybody else's, but to actually plumb the depths of who we are, what our connection is, and to be free to share that with one another openly and lovingly. Because it matters. And I want to tell you why it matters. But first, I want to just mention to you, make sure that you understand what I'm suggesting for you to do. Sometimes people will leave the sermon and they'll say, oh, Marlin, I like that. It was a good message and everything. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with it, though. What should I do? So let me try to explain. The next time you encounter someone who believes differently than you do, don't begin by asking them about their beliefs and getting into a conversation about beliefs, because that creates debate. Instead, ask them, what do you love? What do you care about most deeply? Because that creates connection. You cannot debate about that. And you wouldn't want to avoid such a conversation either. When people start talking from their hearts about what they love, about what they care about, it's undeniable and it's powerful. And so as my colleague says, that after we've listened, then we can look for places where we agree. And then we can build on that common foundation. Eventually, we can explore the points where we differ and take the chance, and then we have a chance of learning from one another because there's mutual respect. Like in that story with the woman whose life was transformed by Jesus from addiction. I respected and honored what she had. That was an amazing experience. Her life was turned around, and so I honored her and I thanked her for that experience. I shared my own experience with some other people who'd been healed in a similar way in other traditions, and she, at that point, just sort of tilted her head and started thinking, maybe it's true. Maybe there is more than one way that God works in the world, and so we had a real conversation. Now, I'm not saying that's how it's always going to go, but I think that someone needs to start there, and I think that we can be those kind of people. Now, if you have trouble talking about these kinds of subjects, I want to encourage you to participate in one of our branches groups. It's our small group ministry here in the church where you actually get a chance to learn and how to listen to other people and how to articulate yourself about your own experiences with grace and forgiveness and redemption and God and things like that. It's a great opportunity to do that. We're actually having, I think I mentioned in the announcements, we're having a chance for people to become part of those groups again on May 16th, isn't that right? So that's a great way to learn from other people about how to, because if we accept that everybody has some piece of the truth and that we need to listen and learn how to listen and to share ours, then we understand that those groups are ways for us to build our own capacity to understand and to speak and to love. But in the end, the reason that we do it is because our religion's not really about us. In the end, our religion is not really about us. It's about being connected and committed to something larger than ourselves. The world needs more people who are passionate and compassionate and who can sow love and understanding. What the world needs is love, not debate or indifference. What the world needs is you, stripped naked of all ignorance and pride and prejudice. What the world needs is you, stripped naked of all ignorance and pride and prejudice. Are you willing to come along? Are you?
Don't let them leave you hanging like that, Mom.
If you're willing to come along, I'd like you to say amen. Amen. All right.